Coming up on 744, welcome back. It is the latest development in the President Trump versus Harvard University saga. The Trump administration has revoked the university's ability to enroll international students, saying thousands of current students must transfer to other schools or leave the country.
Yeah, the Department of Homeland Security announced the action Thursday, saying Harvard has created an unsafe campus environment by allowing anti-American pro-terrorist agitators to assault Jewish students on campus. It also accused Harvard of coordinating with the Chinese Communist Party, saying it hosted and trained members of a Chinese paramilitary group as recently as 2024.
Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes joining us this morning to talk more about this. Khalif, good morning.
Morning.
Happy Friday. Here we go. Trump administration turning up the heat with Harvard. We're talking the issue here with enrolling international students. What legal authority, this is not necessarily Trump administration, we're talking Department of Homeland Security. What authority do they have to sort of limit the enrollment for universities?
Well, even if we go back, all things rise and fall with leadership. If the Department of Education is doing this, if Homeland Security is doing this, if any agency is doing it, it's coming from the president.
Sure.
And so make no mistake about it, this is the Trump administration, and this is how he negotiates. If you won't do what I'm asking you to do or telling you to do, then yes, I will force you to do it. So in this ongoing saga, it's not about enrolling international students. It's Harvard's lack of following and falling in line with what the Trump administration is asking them to do, or I should say telling them to do. They want lists of information, specifically names of people that have participated in any type of protest on campus, any of these foreign students that have participated on campus. And they're not just asking for lists, they want videos, they want documentation, they want anything that supports showing that these people have participated in these protests. Why do they want that? So they can deport them as quick as possible. So every other school that's done this has fallen in line. Harvard said, wait, A, we don't have to give you this list, and we recognize what you're attempting to do with this list, so we're not going to give it to you. But now, what did they say? Okay, we'll ban your ability to get foreign students. The foreign students are there, they have to leave. Any new ones, you guys can't bring them in. But how do I know that it's because of the list? Because Kristi Noem also said, but if you give us this list in 72 hours, we'll give you your status back. So it directly goes back to the same thing she was asking for before, which I don't think they have a legal authorization to be able to get anyway. And that's why Harvard said, good luck with that. Let me know how that works out. But I think this action is also going to be found to be unlawful. Revoking it in a retaliatory sense is something that you clearly cannot do and should not do.
So, Khalif, that's the argument there, because if it's proven to be retaliatory, you can't do that. But the Department of Homeland Security does have the authority when we're talking about the student exchange visa program to say, hey, if you're allowing bad actors into your university, right, then we're not going to allow you to have this program. So they do have authority there. How do they argue this in saying we're in the best interest of national security and that this isn't just retaliatory back and forth?
I love that question. I mean, yes, you can make the argument that what you're doing is promoting anti-Semitic behavior. And they didn't even say that here. They said it's promoting anti-American behavior, which isn't illegal at all. So let's be clear. Someone can make statements all day that say, I don't like this country. And that's still not a reason for you to say, all right, now this person cannot be here. You do pledge allegiance to this country when you're attempting to go through the immigration process, but you are still able to have the free speech rights that you or I could have. And so if I'm able to say, I don't like America, they could say the exact same thing. That's not a deportable offense. So let's start there. And even if these allegations that they are making that these Harvard students are doing, they'd have to be able to prove them in court. And they can't do that. I would say this, that on the funny side, it seems like there are some folks that are mad they didn't get into Harvard. And that's not a shot. That's just the truth. That at some point when there was a campaign promise of I'm going to roll back some of these Ivy League processes and thoughts, it was more retaliatory, and not just in current time frame, but past atrocities that they felt like they needed to take back at these folks. And that's problematic, because who's getting hurt? We as a country are getting hurt. When you don't get the best and the brightest to come here and study here and participate in our education process, we all are hurt by that, because then they'll go somewhere else. And those other folks will get those great minds and they will help the world. Those isms that I've talked about a number of times, that nationalism, that isolationism, that authoritarianism, those types of things that we're dealing with now, we're still struggling with that today. And we've already been here a number of times, and it didn't help us then, and it's not going to help us now. That authoritarianism is going to be really bad for this situation, because it's saying that you need to obey this authority or you'll face the consequences of losing your freedoms. That's cookie cutter example of what's happening right here.
I wish you were passionate about this, Khalif. Listen, we're out of time with this topic, but I'm just going to say right now, this is part one of like 3 that we're going to talk to you about this morning when it comes to Trump administration, other legal challenges that are going on. So we're going to talk more about that coming up in just a bit. Thanks, Khalif.